Well, Lucille, I presume that you came here to spar?
No, I really don't want to.
Well, then why are you here? I don't see any explosions, and I don't see any creatures that are trying to kill us, so I presume that you have a different agenda today. Oh, right. Thanks. Thanks, Fabio.
Oh,
Good point.
now you must yell at him.
I see explosion.
He's been bad.
He knows he's been
Oh
bad.
no, I've been a bad bard, Jonathan.
Oh.
He did it
You're going
before.
Saying I don't know when I'm bad.
So, Lucille, what brings you?
And I kind of missed you.
Did you?
Hmm.
Well, here we are. It's not like we were hiding. We're here every day.
Well, you are kind of the closest thing to a family that I've ever had, so...
So that's why you've been hiding and running away from me when I was trying to talk to you on very important matters.
I've been watching.
Right. Well, I hope that you liked what you saw.
Hmm. So, you're mad, or you're not mad, or you don't care?
Why should I care?
No, you used to care.
I did. I did used to care. When you used to care too. But now you seem to be very carefree. More explosive and out of control.
Destructive.
No. Destruction implies that you actually succeed in doing something that breaks things down.
Oh,
Futile would be
you
a
heard
better
about
adjective.
that, did you?
Yes.
Well, I'm kind of new to that whole thing. It was never my area of expertise.
So that's what you're doing these days. You're just experimenting.
Look, Card told me how to do things, so wanted to try.
Naturally, when someone shows you something, you're supposed to replicate that until you fully succeed. And right, well, good for you. I'm glad that you have a new hobby.
You're right, Grim. Wait,
Yeah,
what's wrong with
I-
Card?
I won my battle against my food.
Uh-huh. Well, it's so quiet here. It's been so busy here the past couple of days, hasn't it?
That's true.
Why do you care, Lucille?
I mean, what do you mean, why do I care?
Simple question.
Because I missed you. I'm even wearing your favorite outfit. Can't you tell?
Is that why you were trying to distract us with your bombs? Because you were missing us? Is that why you tried to kill us
Maybe.
by, conjuring that creature?
Trying to... No. It wasn't me. Come on. I can't conjure creatures. I don't know what you're talking about. I wish everyone would stop talking about that. It's weird.
Right. My mistake. I'm sorry for falsely implying that you were trying to endanger us.
No, look, the explosives was me, but nobody got hurt. That dwarf was just pretending.
Right.
And it's only because Cart was teaching me how to use them. So I had a bunch.
Well, thank you for
I've
being
got one here
honest.
if you want it. Have you ever tried, setting them off?
No.
Didn't you ever want to?
No.
Alright.
So what's next, Lucille?
I don't know, I guess you want me to leave by the sounds of it.
No. I don't want you to leave. That's the exact opposite I wanted from you. I wanted to talk to you for about a
Grimwald,
week. And now you
doesn't
just
it
come
sound
here.
like he wants me to leave?
Why am I dragged into this? And it doesn't really sound he wants to leave, but he apparently is upset with something. Don't ask me. I don't sit in your staff
Oh,
list.
you're only his best friend. Why should I ask you?
He says so,
Or
but
what
I
about
don't
you?
know everything.
What do you think, Fallon?
I have absolutely no idea what is going on.
See?
It's kind of fair. I think that's kind of how our conversations have gone every day for a long time.
Well, not any longer.
Have you got the thing sorted?
No. I retired. Effective immediately. I am no longer a psychologist. So good luck. Alright, Grimwald.
Really?
Yes?
So you're never gonna tell me
Tell you what?
what really happened?
I cannot do that anymore. I'm no longer a doctor.
You can't do this to me.
Already done.
It's my life, you know. I deserve to know the truth.
I offered it to you for 7 days straight. You were busy.
And so what?
Blowing
now you're
things
going
up.
to just... You doing it again. You're punishing me because you can. Because you
No,
want to feel almighty and powerful and controlling. Because you're a control freak.
yes. But you knew this. So don't act surprised.
I'm not.
Then what's the problem? You seem to be so good at punishing yourself. Why not accept a little help from the outside source? I thought this is all you ever wanted, Lucille. To get rid of me. To just be on your own, do what you want. No control, no repercussions. Just you, running amok, running wild, like an uncaged animal. Well, now you can do that. I no longer care.
It's not what I wanted. Just wanted a normal life. Just didn't know what that was. How could I? Especially with you trying to teach me what normal is. You're everything from normal. At least from what I've heard.
Well, good thing that you got rid of me so fast. Now you can salvage your life and live happily ever after. Without that evil doctor who doesn't even know what normal is. And who probably preaches things that are outside of normalcy. Just so he can mess with you even more.
So what, you're trying to pretend that you're upset because I've not spoken to you for a few days? Is that what it is? Even though you don't care?
Sure. Looks like you got it all figured out. Congratulations.
I'm surprised you preach about emotions. You don't seem to have any.
One of the perks of the job that I no longer have to do because I don't have it. So what can I do for you? Can I sell you some cookies?
Is that even legal, quitting whilst you've got an ongoing case? Aren't there laws against that?
I told you, you are no longer my patient. And I closed your case.
Right. So your case is finished. You've written on it that it's closed, yes?
No, I just threw away the case
Well,
study.
then you can't finish.
What case? There are no records of you being my patient.
You're lying. You would never destroy that. I know you have them. 5 or 6 of them, was it?
Alright, follow me. We'll be right back.
What is this?
That's our new house. Do you like it? The reason I retired is because I wanted to spend more time with Fallon and be a proper boyfriend to her, the one that she deserves. You know, I wanted to be helpful and useful to someone who could use my services. You came just in time. I was just about to tear down my office. I no longer need it.
So you're just going to live here like pretending to just be normal?
Yes. I'm sure I'll get the hang of it one day. Come on.
That's not fair. You can't say that.
Oh, we don't need this anymore. There we go. Come on in. Alright. Follow me. These doors aren't even locked anymore. They don't need to be.
Where's everything? What did you do with it?
It was no longer needed. No longer relevant.
But you said
Yes,
we had a deal.
indeed. And you broke it.
No, I didn't. It just took a while to come round.
I was on a schedule, Lucille. You
I
knew
wasn't
this.
sure what to do, okay?
You seemed very sure when you were learning how to operate explosives. You seemed to be very sure when you conjured that creature, or was somehow involved in that. And you also seemed to be very sure when you broke into the house of my girlfriend.
That was Amira.
And was she alone?
No. I watched.
Oh, I'm sure you had nothing to do with it. I'm sure you were just an innocent bystander just watching it unfold.
Doesn't matter what I say. You'll never believe anything I say, will you?
I always believed everything you said, Lucille, even if it was lies. I was trying to find some underlying reason why you were lying to me. Everything that you ever said, I took seriously. That was the deal. I asked you to be honest with me on our very first session. And I knew that it wouldn't be easy, but I knew that you would at least try. But lately, you lost control. And I understand why. I cannot really blame you for that. But, well, I guess I ran out of time. I am no longer your doctor. I'm no longer a psychologist or a psychiatrist, so you're on your own.
You really don't care what happens to me.
Is that what you think?
Sound like it. Unless you're just as good of a liar as I am.
What do you want, Lucille? I thought you just gave up. Thought that you would be happy of this development.
How can I be happy not knowing who I am and what happened to me?
That's interesting, because whenever I try to share this with you, whenever I try to make a deal, you were implying that I was blackmailing you. Blackmailing you with the truth. How funny.
Of course. How could I ever... I can't read you like I can other people. Not when you're like this. Not in our sessions. I can read you when you're out there. When you're just relaxing. But not when you're in your zone. I guess your work brain is turned on.
Well, good
How could I
thing,
ever know what you really wanted?
good thing that I am no longer that person anymore. Sounds like that's a very dangerous sociopath that you should never involve yourself with, under any circumstances. Sit down, Lucille.
What? Are you disappointed? Are you angry? You really don't feel anything at all?
Do you want my help? Or have you given up?
No. Giving up is not an option.
Good. So you want to know the truth? Is that why you're here?
Yeah, but I'm too late.
No, you're not. I need your consent. Do you want to know the truth no matter the cost?
Yes.
I promised you a confrontation with your father. It is not something I ever wanted for you, but you're obviously not getting better on your own. In fact, you are getting worse. Losing control. And there is only one way to regain it, I'm afraid. You need to face your demons, Lucille. I thought that I saved you when I released you from that prison. But it is obvious to me that you are still carrying it with you. To this day, your mind is stuck in a prison. And I believe that the only thing that can set it free is the truth. And that is all I'm offering, nothing more. So,
You can tell me you know
I
who
don't
he
remember
is.
telling you to stand up.
Right.
No need to be subtle. You know the drill.
Can I stand up to drink the tea?
Not quite. Not yet. This tea will allow you to relax and focus. And hopefully, once you see what you're supposed to see, you will remember and realize what is the right thing to do.
I don't understand. What does that mean?
The tea is, well, not the tea itself. The capsule I dropped in is a mixture of hallucinogenic drugs that will enhance your imagination, raise adrenaline, and in about a minute after consumption may cause vivid visions and illusions. It is basically
fuck?
a combination of drug that is supposed to help a subject remember their repressed memories. Just a little help. It will not make you drowsy, like the last one.
Right.
People are swimming outside. You may drink it, or you can just ignore it. Spill it on the ground, and go on your merry day. If you're waiting for a dessert, I'm not going all the way to the bakery to bring you a cookie. Just drink it, and let's get this over with. Good. You have two options, Miss Declare. Mercy or revenge. Life or death. And you can either meet your father or get to know your mother. The choice is yours. What's it gonna be? How much do you want your revenge?
Can't make that choice.
Very well. You may leave then.
How am I
Apathy.
supposed to choose that?
Apathy is the third choice. And it is perfectly
No,
valid.
I want both.
That's not how this works, Lucille.
Why not? Make an exception.
I don't make exceptions. Rules are
You
there
control
for a
this.
reason, and rules are to be followed. Otherwise, they are not rules.
Fuck your rules.
Language, Miss Lucille.
I don't know what to tell you. I can't choose. What do you mean? You never said anything about my mother. That was never an option.
It is now. It is quite simple. Is your hatred towards your father strong enough to not know what happened to your mother, to never get to know her? What was she like? It's a simple question, a simple test. Just make the right choice. Follow your heart. Focus on your reason. Whatever helps you. Decide. You have 10
It's not
seconds.
fair. No. Stop it.
1,
What do you mean?
2,
Jonathan, don't do this.
3,
You can't do this.
4,
Please don't make me
5,
choose.
6,
I can't choose. I don't
7,
want to. I'm not choosing.
8, 9,
I choose my mother.
follow me. Come on.
What is this?
What do you mean? This is my attic. This is how it always was.
Why does it look like this?
You don't like my design decisions?
No. I don't.
Does it look any familiar?
Should it?
You'll see. So, you wanted to meet your mother?
I want both.
You already made your choice. Come on. Don't worry, I'm coming with you.
What is this? I can't be in here. Let me out. It's too small.
Don't worry, I'm gonna leave the door open.
Don't close the door.
Read the note. Look at him. Oh no, the glasses! There you go. Eventually I will show you what's on the note, but right now we want to see her reaction to it.
It's not really her, is it? You just made that up, didn't you? Jonathan? My God.
Tell me what you see, Lucille.
What do you mean? Why do you look like that?
Look like what?
Your face.
What you see is true. You wanted both options. Now you got them. I promised you a confrontation with your father. And here I am. I am the one you want to punish the most. I am the source of all your problems. I am the demon haunting you ever since you were born. And you finally have a choice, have a chance to make things right, to have your revenge, and to avenge your mother.
Is that what he really looked like? You look so frightening and I don't know why. Jonathan, I don't like it when you don't speak. Is it still you? I don't want to look at you.
Why? So that's it. You waited all this time to have your revenge. And instead, you turn your back on it and choose your mother.
I don't know what to say. It's not really him. I don't know why you look like that.
Look like what? And he's
You look
back.
terrifying. I don't like the way it feels when I look at you. Is that really him? What he looked like? Is that why I feel like this?
Do you want me to tell you what truly happened?
Is he dead?
It's too late for him. But it's not too late for you. You made the right choice, Lucille. And I can see now that you deserve to know the truth. You are
Is there even a right choice?
Yes, and you made it. Now listen, this will take a while. So I hope you're comfortable.
Yes.
You... Damn it, my voice. You are a daughter of a sun elf mother and a human father. Your father was strict and controlling, even though he loved your mother. He resented her heritage and her differences and wanted her to change and be more human. No rituals, no visits to family members, no traditions. He only wanted her for himself. However, she wasn't able to subdue that part of her, and that's when he decided to shove her into a dungeon and slowly deprive her of the sun to teach her a lesson. Since she's a sun elf, he basically choked her to death in the worst possible way without even realizing. Before she died, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. Instead of blaming himself for killing her by punishing her for the inability to change who she was, he insisted that the death was caused by the childbirth, and he resented none other than you for that. You were basically a scapegoat for his denial, and he did everything in his power to make sure that you never learned the truth about who she was. He told you that you were a human and your mother was weak for not being like him. You were basically brought up blaming yourself for not having your mother around, and you were never supposed to learn the truth. Your father only displayed you as a family jewel for diplomatic visits. You were properly trained and knew how to behave, and because of that, you were also in constant contact with servants and those who actually knew your mother. And one day, you learned the truth. But it was too hard to bear. You snapped and you tried to kill your father, without any regard for your own life. He survived, but you had to run away to the city where you were eventually found and captured after committing several crimes. Your father insisted on you going to jail indefinitely, and he was prepared to pay handsomely for it, so that he could finally get rid of you after what you did. A very dark jail that would probably slowly torture you and kill you, just like your mother. And that's where you spent several months, alone, terrified, and in pain. This experience changed you, until, out of nowhere, you were visited by a strange doctor who called himself Jonathan Turner, neuropsychiatrist and profiler. And he transferred you to Serenity Grove mental institution. You were still held captive, but in a different environment. You had access to light, nature, and it wasn't as cold in there. However, you were still in shock, delirious, and very much in pain. To avoid suffering from hallucinations and panic attacks, you were often heavily sedated and restrained. You were asked a lot of questions, and through various therapy sessions and exercises, you became more stable and aware of your condition. This allowed you to blend in with your environment and realize where your strengths were: manipulation and lying. When I fixed some of the broken pieces and put them back together, you couldn't remember most of your past anymore. You started creating your own version of events involving blood magic, shadows following you around. You emphasized the fact that you're just a half-blood with insufficient elf heritage. But you knew that your father was somehow involved in all of this. You knew to fear the darkness and places where your enemies could imprison you and throw away the key. But you also realized that you needed to get better, either to have your revenge or to retain your freedom. And you worked hard for it, with me, through various sessions, not just in the Institute, but in Winter Hill and over here at Jellybeans. All this time, you tried to be honest with me. You trusted me. You worked on your homeworks. You paid attention to my lessons. You came to me before you wanted to do something stupid, so that I could talk you out of it. And even though you slipped a few times along the way, you never actually went too far. Not even now when you lost your control. Your father is dead, Mr. Clare. After he lost his wife and you, both his mental and physical health deteriorated. He succumbed to alcoholism and isolated himself. Before he died, he called me. He begged me to help you. He gave me something for you. He knew that there was nothing he could do to make you forgive him, because he never forgave himself. That's why the only thing he wanted you to have was this note from your mother.
No. That makes no sense.
You wanted to know the truth. This is it.
So what just he just regretted everything.
When
You
people,
wanted to make it better.
when people are forced to face their mortality, they realize what they missed out on. They realize that the life they lived it is a very intimate moment that all of us will eventually experience. And your father realized the terrible mistake he did. Even though he was stubborn, unreasonable, cruel for most of his life, in the end, he made the right choice. He would never insult you with a request for forgiveness. But he knew that even though he was the reason for all that happened to you, he could still help, at least a little bit. I didn't know about the note before, but
So it's really from her.
it is. He gave it to me himself.
You didn't just make it up in your lunch break.
No. I had it this entire time. I was waiting for the right opportunity to give it to you.
Swear it. Swear it that it's from her.
I swear on everything that is dear to me, Lucille. I I swear on the life of all my patients, including my own. I swear on the life of my brother, who is no longer with us. The one who made me do what I do.
You had a brother.
I did.
I didn't have any siblings, did I? I never knew about them.
No, you were the only child.
Can I keep it?
Yes, it's yours. It always was. And even though your mother is gone, she never left. The shadow that you always described. I don't think that was your father. I think that was your mother. Always being with you. You were never alone, Lucille. And you were always loved. Just as I told you, you were. I never lied to you.
Fine. I believe you. Well, probably everything you've heard that I've done is probably true.
I don't care. The question is, what's next? When you said that you wanted to get better, do you mean it? Or are you just saying what we want to hear?
I guess I do. 'Cause other people are happy. And, it seems really nice.
Good enough. But you shouldn't do it to make others happy. You should do it to make yourself happy. You cannot continue like this, Lucille. You're on a path of self-destruction, chaos, thrill. I told you this is where it will eventually lead to.
Jonathan, I could have killed you.
I know. I was ready for it. I would have let you.
What?
If it meant that you would realize that killing me wouldn't solve your problems and help you realize what you must do next, then I would gladly do it. That's what I signed up for. I'm glad you didn't kill me.
But you were ready to fight back, right? You wouldn't have just done nothing.
What's there to do?
Well, you could have killed me. That would have solved a lot of problems.
Lucille, if I wanted you dead,
I know.
I'm a doctor. I don't kill patients.
I I know, but
I helped them.
you've quit, right? So I'm just a thorn in your side.
No. You are my last patient. And this was my last treatment. Favor. My last deed as a psychologist. Psychiatrist. Neuropsychiatrist. Whatever you want to call me. I can't do anything else for you, Lucille. This is all I have. This is all I can offer you. The truth. That's everything I promised. And I delivered. The question is, what will you do with it?
I guess I have a lot of people to apologize to.
That would be a good start.
Eldrin hates me. For starters. For some reason, Colin and Mira and Molly don't hate me, even though I tried to. Never mind.
That place was never good for you, Lucille. I was hoping that you would eventually realize that they were always dragging you down. Instead of progress, they were holding you back.
You know, I talked her into it. It was my idea.
Instead of apologizing, why don't you make things right? Instead of trying, why don't you just do?
And Mira would have never gone there if it wasn't for me.
I know.
I know that you know.
And I know that you know that I know.
And I know that you want me to go out there and apologize.
I know.
It's gonna really suck.
I told you, Lucille, that I prefer to write case studies that have a happy ending. And once I finish yours, I can't wait to show it to you.
So what? You're some kind of fucking hero?
No, I'm just Jonathan. Don't forget your note.
What's with the bowls?
What's with what?
What's with the bowls?
I'm not sure I follow.
The animals, the cow things,
Oh, right.
the statues.
I had to put them somewhere. Also, you
You're an
might
idiot.
you might still be seeing things. Don't forget the tea I prepared for you.
Oh,
I
oh, right.
cannot really
Oh, you should probably get dressed.
sorry. Thank you for stopping by, Lucille, for our last session. And I hope to see you around. And I hope to hear more about your progress. Thank you for being my patient all this time. I hope that
You can't quit. I don't want you to quit.
I hope that my services were at least a bit helpful to you. I can refer you to my other colleagues.
What? No.
It is already done.
You know, I would just lie to them. It would be completely pointless. You're the only person I don't lie to. For some reason.
I know. And perhaps it's time to try. And be honest with others too.
But why? Ugh.
Honesty can be quite refreshing. I know it's not as creative. I know it's not as thrilling. And not as productive, but it is simple. It is easy. And it is the right thing to do sometimes. Not all the times. But sometimes it can even make you feel better. You get things off your chest. You take the load, the weight off your shoulders.
You know, I've never been as frightened as I am when I'm with you. You're quite a scary doctor. Is that not what you wanted? You want me to leave
No.
so that you can get dressed?
Lucille, you can change who you are. I can try change who I am, but perhaps we both have something to work on. I will try to live a normal life as a person, and you...
Really? You're just gonna stop all of this
Yes,
and just go and play house? Is that what you want?
it's not relevant what I want. It's the right thing to do.
Are you happy?
It's not important. I'm sure
Of
I
course
will.
it's important. Jonathan, you don't have to give everything up.
I do. I already made that choice.
Why can't you have both? You let me have both, so it's only fair if you can have both, right?
No. You can always have both. Sometimes you need to make a decision and choose only one.
Well, you've already made a decision. Same as me. So now that you've made that decision, you can have both.
No. It's either or.
I don't understand why. Why would you try to change yourself? This,
Well, that's what I always told
I mean,
my patients. I always try to convince them that they should change themselves. Why shouldn't I,
yeah,
practice my own medicine?
yeah, but you don't go try blowing things up.
I do other things that I'm not proud of. I do other things that others find objectionable, creepy, terrifying. Maybe this will help me. And in the end, it will help others too.
I mean, does that mean you'll never drug me again?
Yes.
Oh, come on. What about once a week?
Goodbye, Lucille.
So unfair. Selfish prick.
Love you too. here is the note that she read from her mother. Alright. She took it with her, so we'll get rid of it.